Golly gee, it's a bird. It's a plane. No, wait.
No, Tyler.
No. Try that shit again.
Get out. Don't even try it again. Just go with the episode from here at this point. Literally right now. Go.
Welcome, evildoers, to Most Extreme Ranking Challenge. Today, we're going to be ranking the best and the worst DC villains. DC Comics, Detective Comics, all the things. I'm Tyler, your host, and I'm so excited to talk about this because I do personally love DC, and I have, as always, my co-host, Anna.
Hello. I'm ready to destroy y'all.
Alrighty, Lemar Harris.
Tell them, dear lads and lasses, my name is LemartheConGuy. That's LemartheConGuy. And I actually kind of know what I'm talking about this time. I'm a little worried I might not win, though.
Matthew Johnson.
Currently doing midterms right now, and I'm trying to translate binary in my head. So this episode is going to be rough because I'm already dying. So,
absolutely. And our guest, our amazing guest today is going to be comic book creator, comic book writer, and also very good friend and host of our other show on the network, Burn After Pitching. We have the wonderful Michael J. Tanner.
Hey everybody, I'm excited to be here. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know make mine Marvel.
There we go.
Man.
Got it. You got it.
And on that note, let's get into vengeance mode and let's start. That was horrible, but I'm gonna keep it in there, and we're gonna go ahead and start with the
every fucking time.
Tyler. We're gonna start with the fifth best DC villain of all time. The judges for this episode are going to be at number 5, Michael Tanner. At number 4, Anna. Number 3, myself. Number 2, Lemar. And at number 1, Lex Luthor's other brother, Matthew.
Brother.
And for the
Lex Luthor.
Yeah. Flaxseed Luthor. No,
Tyler, you are really bad today. Did you take a drink of horny juice? Like, what the hell?
I don't know. And at the bottom 3, it's did you say horny or porny or
horny?
Corny?
You know,
there was
God.
We don't judge on the show.
Yeah, that's okay.
If you're sexually active on this show, we don't.
As long
judge.
as you're being safe.
Yeah.
Okay. Remember, everybody. Just to remember, Tyler has a hot Brazilian wife.
He does.
Remember that. Just want to remind everybody who watches this every episode.
He lives the horny juice, guys.
He does. He does.
Brazilian
export
wife
and a Superman onesie.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Tyler.
And also for the bottom 3, it's going to be Lemar at number 3, myself at number 2, and Michael at number 1. For the fifth best, I sincerely love this character. She, what is in the original Legion of Doom, she is a really, really endearing character, not only in the comic books, but in a lot of other TV shows. And then we got her in a movie where they really failed this character, where they really could have made her so interesting and fantastic. And she is a brilliant, a really brilliant, really strong, physically and mentally, and I think also just with character development. I'm gonna go with Cheetah. I really love Cheetah. I think she's not only a great villain for Wonder Woman, but every time that she goes up against anybody else, she's a very relatable villain. And Batman constantly tries to try to help her. And one of my favorite moments from the Justice League show is when she is watching Batman, who is like all he's basically taken in and all clamped up, and he's flirting with her, and they have like this amazing like flirty scene, and of course she does end up letting Batman go, but like she knows what she was doing, and she's in full control of the situation as well. But anyway, I love Cheetah. I think she's awesome. I think she's strong, and I genuinely like her in the comic books, going up against Wonder Woman and anybody else. Everyone's like, I don't give a fuck about that character at all. I don't.
Oh,
I,
cheaters don't.
It makes sense
Cheaters
with
have
Batman.
fun.
He's got a
Yeah,
thing
just-
for cat-themed villainesses, so
he
Not
says
wrong.
that in the scene too. He
Yeah.
says that, and I love it. It's so great.
How do you know so much about me?
Let's just say cats aren't the only ones who are curious.
Too much curiosity can be dangerous.
Maybe I like danger.
I
got
just
it.
wasn't expecting Cheetah top 5
No.
of all time.
She's so good.
Coming
not
from
bad.
Tyler.
I can see
She's
Cheetah.
so good in the
Yeah, have
comics.
some women
Five?
representation.
There's
No,
so
honey.
many there's so many better ones. But anyway,
That's a villain?
yeah, just because they've been rewritten recently doesn't mean they didn't start off fucked.
I
Anyway,
get it.
let me I'll start talking because I've already started talking.
Alrighty.
I'm very basic. I'm once again, everyone knows I'm a surface level nerd. My knowledge about these things are only based on what has been presented to me in the last 10 to 15 years. I don't know the history of shit. I don't know who made shit. I just enjoy my shit. And this character, I've enjoyed every iteration of this character. They're one of my favorite 90s Batman villains of all time. And honestly, they have not had a lot of rewrites about who they are, what they do. They've added a few backgrounds, but who really gives a shit? And the motherfucker just asks riddles. The Riddler is a great DC villain. Why? He's not super powered. He's really smart, and his entire gimmick is just to show you how intelligent Batman is and anybody else that comes across Riddler, which is just Batman. And that is great. I really like characters that are grounded and like logically there could be an actual Riddler. There has been. If you've watched the 90s, policemen have been like, who the fuck is leaving all these goddamn clues everywhere? The Riddler's based on some crazy fuck people. But anyway, I love the Riddler. He's great. Edward Enigma, great. And by the way, Jim Carrey's best superhero role, period. Easy.
Oh God!
Wow.
All the anger. You're saying everything wrong, and I'm just.
Damn.
Why am I saying everything wrong, Tyler?
Because
What?
Jim
You
Carrey's
said
Riddler
Cheetah
is
for
not.
5. And
Because
you're going to judge me in your fucking Superman onesie? He's amazing.
All right, look. Just like other people, I know DC decent enough, but I grew up as a Marvel boy. Okay, my father collected the comics and all that stuff, so my knowledge of DC is not the strongest. So I decided to call my friend John, who legit watches our
friend.
show every damn time. He watches every single episode, and he's the one that texts me at 3 a.m. to tell me his list. So I decided to give him a call and be like, yo, give me your list. And I'm going to combine his list with my list and see what happens.
So
So
you cheated.
his number 5. Yes, oh, definitely, 100%, yeah. Once again, I'm going through midterms. I get a pass, okay?
Okay.
His number 5 is Reverse Flash. And what he told me is that Reverse Flash is the most pettiest motherfucker out
Yeah.
there. His existence is just to make Flash suffer. Where if he's happy, it is his job to not make him happy. And pettiness is the most beautiful fucking thing that a villain can do. I think that's hilarious. I think that's funny. And I think that's why he's number 5. Because
he's worked
you
with
know-
he's worked with other superheroes, just to do good things and just to show that he is good and that he'll never ever respect Flash that much. And I'm like, that's so much pettiness.
fucking funny. If pettiness is your drive of being a villain, it is beautiful. And I choose Reverse Flash.
It's a good one.
It's a good choice.
That actually is a very good choice. He's a very good character.
Yo,
So-
like I said, my friend John has watched all our
John,
episodes.
you know your shit. Congratulations.
John, you know your shit, and he is helping us. So hopefully his list that he gives me with my list, hopefully we don't fuck up nothing this time. Hopefully we don't.
Reverse Flash
We're
was
going
like,
to.
I was tiptoeing with Reverse Flash as well, but I was like, I really wanted Cheetah to at least be mentioned because she is
That's
a
fine.
strong good character. No matter how much Lemar doesn't know, she still is a very strong good character.
He got Google.
I
He
don't
can figure it out.
I like Riddler.
No, I'm about to bring down the room. No, I'm kidding. So, DC villains. I am. I can't even say I'm a surface level nerd for this because I know only what I watch on TV and the movies and all that. I don't have a friend named John who has watched everything that I can text and he can give me a list.
You want to be friends with John? I guarantee you, John would be friends with everybody. Mm-hmm.
I would like him as a friend. So my angle, and Matt helped me with this, and so my angle is kind of got ruined because Tyler went for a female villain, but it's okay. It's okay. We can all go for it. So my whole list is all female villains. And I ranked them by best outfits.
Yeah!
Because that's what I know.
Yeah!
I guess the criteria is kind of loose. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, Tyler, you didn't say I couldn't choose them by best outfits, okay? You're choosing them by best
You're right.
powers. I'm going by best outfits, all right?
That's totally fine. Let's see how that works out when I'm judge. Okay.
I am wondering what number 5 is going to be then.
Yes.
Outfits and a little bit of what I was able to Google about all these, okay?
Yeah.
So, I think I'll have more fun with my worst 3. But anyways, so number 5. I don't know if I'm saying her name right because I actually forgot to look up how to pronounce it. But it's Fiora. The
Fiora.
She's
wait,
Fiora?
The one from Krypton?
Superman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
she's a villain, right? Yeah, she's a villain.
This is. I'm so proud of you, Anna. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I don't know if you're being real with me, but
no,
yes.
I'm being sincere as fuck right now. I'm so proud of you. You have no idea.
Just so
she
random.
suits up very well. She rocks that armor. Woo! All right. She knows how to rock it. She rocks that haircut. And she is a really good fighter. She is really bad because she enjoys war and hurting people and all that stuff. She's very cruel, but she wears her outfit in a very cruel, great way. And so when she's beating up Superman, she looks amazing. And everything's intact. So she's my number 5 because she rocks it well. She can go into battle looking fly. And you know what? I'm pretty sure Versace or Gucci would like to dress her. So there we go. Boom.
I'm not even mad at
This
that.
is the most random.
With what you said, what you based it on, that's a good pick. I'm wondering what beat this. Because that's a fire outfit.
Saying.
Oh my
She's
god.
gonna win this whole thing. She's gonna win this whole fucking thing, I bet.
Oh
I
god,
swear
no,
to
she
God.
won't. I will tell you that much. Okay, Mike.
Tyler hates it.
I do. I hate it
As
so much.
as judge, I just judge, right? I don't throw out my own.
Yeah, you're just
you
gonna
judge.
For the top,
you
you
just
just judge.
So you have
You judge while I eat the sandwich. Yeah.
You have Cheetah,
Okay.
the Riddler, Reverse Flash, and Fiora.
Okay, those are all adequate options.
Interesting options.
Those, I mean, I appreciate the eye toward fashion. I appreciate the representation of Cheetah and random Kryptonian villain lady. But it's really got to be down to Riddler or Reverse Flash because there are few marquee bad guys that are worth a damn. And I love the Riddler. I will say I love the Riddler. But because I appreciate the Riddler and how ridiculous he is, he's just a guy who writes... And I think riddles are bullshit for the most part. Like, in general, most riddles are so esoteric and ridiculous that any answer you could make work. So someone being able to guess a riddle or, like, figure out a riddle is just bullshit. So I am going with the best answer, it's got to be Reverse Flash.
The Legion of Doom is now in session. It is the purpose of the Legion to align our infamous forces against the powers of good and defeat them, leaving us, the rulers of the world. To do this, we have gathered together the 13 most ruthless villains on Earth. One for all, and all for doom!
I am just happy you put me over Cheetah.
I'm so glad. I'm so happy. I'm not even mad.
John,
I'm just glad
I
Cheetah's
will
on there.
Gladly lose to Reverse Flash
John,
as long as I outbeat Cheetah.
you got one.
Thank
Yeah.
you, John.
Got one, John.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
This episode, you gonna love the fuck out of this.
Fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Alrighty. And that is the number 5. God damn it. So that brings us to number 4, where Anna will be our judge for this one.
Oh, I need to adjust.
Michael Tanner, you were judged last time. Would you like to go first for the fourth best DC
I'm ready
villain?
and prepared to go first with the 4th best DC villain.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna push hard for this because I think good things come in very small packages, and I think this is a character whose size belies their outsized importance and effect on its very small corner of the DC universe. And I'm going with, he's adorable, he's devious, he is a worm, Mr. Mind.
I love Mr. Mind. I love Mr. Mind so goddamn much.
I didn't even.
I didn't even think about Mr. Mind.
Seriously?
That makes me
He's
so
not top
sad.
3. No way is he top 3.
No.
Number 4? I say he's number 4. I think that's a well-deserved spot.
Fuck, that's so good.
He represents the way Silver Age goofy comic books can be worked into the modern era, and still, even though it should not work, it works. A talking worm that's an alien genius who's going after Shazam.
Really?
Yeah,
It's
he
good.
might, and he controls minds too. He goes into you and controls minds, and it's amazing.
He's an Animorph.
No,
No,
he's
it's a
always
literal worm.
He's always a
It's a
worm.
literal worm.
He's a little wormy boy.
Yep.
He's just Shazam villain.
That's the premise of Animorphs. A worm crawls into someone's ears and controls them.
Is that really?
Nobody cares about that, Lamar.
No one cares about animals.
I'm sure lots of people.
That's
care
right.
about that.
No one cares about
I
animals.
thought they just turn into animals or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I thought.
They get it gets dumb. It gets stupid. Tyler, it gets
Oh, the
dumb.
90s. Oh, the 90s. Okay.
It gets dumb. The next one, like, okay, I know I've taken this too seriously because I actually feel a certain way about this. It is not. It's one of those characters where does the ends justify the means, and depending on where you are on this character's list really depends if they're a good or bad person. Some people say it's necessary, some people it's not. I would say from the lens of the viewer, it's evil. It's evil even if there was a greater good for it, and even though that greater good sometimes is also
Do we have
evil.
the same
But
one?
I'm giving Amanda Waller for number 4.
So low.
Mhm.
Amanda Waller is one of those characters I'm calling a villain. Even like it's one of those weird lawful neutral type people. But like the ends don't justify the means. You like using people and killing them for whatever you think's the right thing to do, that's wrong. And I'm also a person who loves the paladin character type and stuff, where it's like, right or wrong, I have a job to do, and this is what I'm going to do, and that's Amanda Waller. And I also like her character design in every single bit. She's not a femme fatale. She is a lady, sometimes boxy, and I'm just going to say it, a large black woman who's taking charge of a lot of white men. I gotta say, and once again, it's another character who does not have superpowers.
Yeah.
They're just that smart and charismatic. And sometimes you don't need to be in a vat of ooze to fucking rule the world, and she really does.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go next. Because I want to hold off on what John wants to say. And that's a great pick. I personally think it's too low, but that's just me. So mine is also a gray area thing too. Because he's a mercenary. He doesn't really do things for hate, anything for bad, but he constantly does join
It's like 5
the
mercenaries.
injustice. Yeah, like,
I
but
hope.
it's probably gonna be the same one.
Come on, Tyler.
I try not
Say
to
it.
get Batman villains on this list, but I sincerely do love this villain, even though I hate Tom Hardy's version of him.
Oh.
Bane you have the different ones where you have Riddler's the cleverest villain, you have Ra's al Ghul, who is the wisest, but Bane is the smartest villain of Batman's. He's the one who figured out that Bruce Wayne was Batman by literally watching him on TV. He doesn't hate anybody. He just does what he thinks is right and who will pay him the most. But he really isn't like the most hateful person. He does get angry. He was born in a prison, but he is the smartest. He's a chemist. He is extremely, extremely smart and well said. He knows when to be quiet. And that's the funny thing where I think like the Batman and Robin version of Bane is the best version of Bane we've gotten.
Thing I've ever seen.
No, it's
No.
I'm saying this and I mean this wholeheartedly. It's the best version of Bane we've ever had because he doesn't say a word, because he doesn't need to, because he understands that the people he's working with are the dumbest people in the world who can't stop saying puns and having the dumbest, biggest, outlandish shit. He's like, you know what? I'm just not going to say anything because clearly these people are fucking stupid. And I'm just going to do what they say.
Isn't that just Poison Ivy's goon?
Yeah,
Doesn't Poison
goon.
Ivy
Yeah.
make him?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a dude. He was some dude with a mask and got
Tyler, you're putting
You know
way
what?
too much like backstory and subtext into this guy who is just a goon.
Sometimes the smartest people are the quietest ones in the room. And you know what? Mr. Freeze's plan was really stupid. Poison Ivy's plan was really stupid. Who didn't have a plan? Who was just there to kind of just write it out and was like, you know what? You got me out of prison. You got me out of this. I might as well see where this goes. Does that really make him stupid, or does that make him the smartest one of the three? To me,
I
that makes
appreciated
me.
what you said up
That
until
movie
you said
was
Batman and
fabulous.
Robin was your favorite part.
That was a fabulous
saying, no, but
movie. Stop hating.
It was a good.
I
I'm not
love
hating
that
on the
movie.
movie,
Fabulous
but that was the most.
That
was the
Anna,
most
Anna,
disrespectful.
Please, Anna. No, honestly, Anna. Do you see what I'm saying though? Like, I understand what I'm saying is a little ridiculous, but you also see where I'm coming from. Where sometimes you just, if you're surrounding yourself with stupid people, you maybe just want to just back off and just be like, you know what, fuck it. I'll ride this out. Come on, please tell me you know exactly what I'm talking about.
My arc right here.
But in all seriousness, I love Bane. He's amazing in the comic books. He breaks the bat. And it's not even, he doesn't do it like because he wants to. He does it because Batman doesn't know when to stop, and he's just like, I'm going to break you. Stop chasing me. I'm going to break you. And Batman learns his limits, and because of this one man, and it's awesome. And that's
Wow.
So I love Bane, and I can go on for an hour talking
Never
about
thought-
Bane.
Everything tells me that John also picked Bane.
What did John pick?
No, this one. Remember I said I switched back and forth between like lists and everything. This
Okay,
was
good.
my pick that I actually picked, and it's fun fact. It is an assassin, but it ain't Mr. Batman, fucking backbreaking nigga. No,
I know
it
who
is
it is.
not. I enjoy this character a lot. You wanna know why I enjoy this character a lot? This motherfucker, I can't even exaggerate this, spent a whole ass episode and a long period of time just to fuck with Robin. This dude straight up was like, yo, I need Robin was doing some shit, he was messing with them. He saved him from falling off the building and dying. And Robin was like, oh shit, you saved me? He was like, nah. If you gonna die, you gonna die by my hands. Motherfucker, Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, is the dopest fucking villain. He is. He not only is the number one best assassin, he is about his money. He fucks with people as well too, because he's like, yo, I know what I'm good at, and I'm just gonna mess with you until I'm happy. And even after I'm happy, I'm gonna still fuck with you after. It is beautiful how fucking Slade is. It's awesome. Now, I got introduced to Slade during the Teen Titans.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I
Makes
got
sense.
introduced to Slade.
Mm-hmm.
But while reading more about the comic and how he is in general and everything, this dude is dope as fuck. And he is one of the best villains out
There's a whole thing where people are like, he's not really a villain, and I'm like, what the fuck are you watching or reading?
he
is absolutely, no matter what they try to paint him, he is and always will be a villain.
At one point, this motherfucker was a god killer. He was approached by someone he was approached by I can't remember the guy's name. It's an Olympian god. I can't remember. But he was approached by him and was like, hey, I need you to do some business with me. I'm going to give you this magical weapon so you can kill a fucking god.
Ares.
Hey, was it Harry's?
Yeah, Ares.
I think it was Ares.
Shit. Oh yeah, Ares is a DC villain.
Gave him a weapon. To fuck up a Titan. Oh, it's so fucking awesome. Slade, motherfucking Deathstroke is the best villain. Just the fact that he was fucking with people. I love it. I love it so much.
Did they retcon the statutory rape thing?
We are not bringing that up.
There's villain, and then there's villain.
Pause.
There's like
Hold up. You know what? You're not wrong. Villains are villains, but let's be real about this. There's a lot of villains that have also most likely going to be higher on the list that has done worse than that. So if we're going to bring that up,
I don't
we're
want
going
to
to bring it. Look, to even add on to it,
Maybe
because of that reason. Because of that reason too, he definitely needs to be on the list because that's a real villain shit to do as well.
Oh my god!
Until the last.
So
until you had some. Why'd you say something, Michael? Why the fuck did you say something? Out of all the villains,
deserves his position.
Couldn't bring up Bane or anything else with the fuck that he did as well too. But no, you had to bring it up with my character. Okay,
dude, hey, you had me. You really.
Oh, you had me. I was with you. Like 5 minutes, that was good. But Mike came in with that freaking Michael Jordan from the fucking free throw. And I don't know if I can't co-sign on that. No.
No. Wow. Okay, so
time for judgment.
Judgment time. I'm vengeance. Okay.
Fuck you, Michael. Fuck you.
Mr. Mind is an adorable worm who's a bad guy. I think that.
Fuck you.
Sometimes he has a monocle. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a monocle?
Sometimes. Depends on the artist and writer.
I am all about accessories, so that,
Fashion, man. Mr. Mind.
Bringing him back. I had already made my choice. Then, like 3 minutes ago, it totally got thrown out the window.
Oh, no.
Mr. Mind loves accessories, so I'm about that. That bumped him up a little bit.
If this is based on drip and Amanda Waller lost, it's okay.
Yeah.
Amanda Waller buys at JCPenney's outlet mall.
Absolutely. She's the Lane Bryant gal.
She wears couch upholstery. That's what her outfits look like.
She doesn't have the time.
She's a badass, okay?
She is a badass. I'm not saying that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'll take her just for that.
Yeah.
Bane, you really, Tyler, you went on a path, and I was there with you the whole time, because I actually like Bane.
Yeah.
So, and I know I didn't like the Tom Hardy one that much, but I think that,
and you know what? It wasn't Tom Hardy's fault too. That's the sad part. It wasn't his fault.
No.
Christopher Nolan just didn't know what he was doing in that third movie.
He didn't understand Bane.
Oh God, yeah.
He didn't.
No.
He
That's
didn't.
why I'm saying is. That's why I'm like Batman and Robin Bane over that Bane.
Yes, absolutely. And Batman and Robin is a fabulous movie.
I would rape you, and you're like, oh, shut up. Like, yeah, I was born in the darkness. You're like, no, just stop talking. Yeah, it's so stupid. So stupid.
Until I was already mad.
Yeah. You're like, you're one of the smartest villains. Why are you saying stupid shit? Be cool. Just be.
I mean, he was like Talia goon. I don't know. Okay,
and they whitewashed him. They whitewashed him too. Sorry, I'm done.
What do you mean? Tell me more.
Bane is Hispanic.
Bane's Hispanic.
Yeah, Bane is Hispanic as fuck.
Yeah,
he's Latin as fuck.
He's a luchador. Really,
he's a luchador. Yeah.
Okay. Well, all right. Bane is my.
I can't remember now. Wait, really?
Sorry, Mr. Mind with the monocle. You really
sometimes he wears a bow tie too. Just
damn it,
what is this list?
I love a good accessory. I love when villains rock their accessories. But Bane, you got me on.
So I just want to hold on. I just want to clarify real quick.
Also, Deathstroke is also Hispanic. Just want to.
Is he Hispanic?
Yes.
You know what? Deathstroke is that the one? Is Joe Magliano supposed to play him?
Yes.
Or was going to play him?
Yes.
Okay, so he's hot. So, hot factor goes up. God damn it. So, Bane, Deathstroke. It was
I mean-
gonna be Deathstroke, and then Michael had to ruin it for Matt. Sorry.
The Legion of Doom is now in session. One for all, and all for doom!
Man, and this one was a rough one because this one I thought was like my for sure winner.
Man.
But anyways,
Wow,
Anna,
you
you were
fucked
judged
that up.
last. I know. Anna, you were judged first. You get to go first.
All right, well, here we go. I'm just gonna stick with my list. I'm not gonna move it around. But it's gonna be so hard. How am I gonna? Okay, so my number 3 is a lady called Killer Frost.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
She's my bad girl Elsa. You know, rocking that ice power. Got that leather look. I think she would look amazing in an Alexander McQueen outfit. So she is my pick because she looks great. She rocks that ice power. And I'm more of a summer person. But if I were a villain, I think I would have ice powers as well. Because I would make a amazing ice outfit for myself. So I lean towards the ice powers. Killer Frost, you're number 3. Thank you very much.
She has the shaved side of her
Yeah,
head
no,
too.
and I want to do that,
So
but I'm
hot.
not ballsy enough to do that. So I'll just my villain role. I will have that.
With the parameters that you're voting, that's a good pick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's a good pick with the parameters you're voting. I personally can't separate Killer Frost from Mortal Kombat. My
Yeah.
brain
No, I
keeps
feel that.
putting them as
Yeah.
the same person,
Yeah.
and that bothers me
Low
immensely.
PR, but not really. Yeah. Tyler, you fucked up.
Okay.
Reason why is because Bane was my actual 3 choice.
God damn.
Damn straight.
And I legit think Bane should be number 3 on this list. That's why I didn't put, because I really thought he was gonna be higher. But since Anna chose Bane anyway, bring up my previous person one more time. Motherfucking Deathstroke is a good. Yes, I am, because of the fact that Deathstroke should have been 4, and Bane should have been 3. Definitely. So you know what? Just to see how you feel about it, because you know how good Deathstroke is. You
Deathstroke
know
is
how
legit.
good Deathstroke is. Okay? I'm going to throw in Deathstroke one more time. Just hoping for the
Yep.
best because of the fact that he is a dope-ass villain.
I don't think he's ever been in the Legion of Doom ever, but he's always had
He doesn't
Deathstroke
need
in
it.
that. But he has
Yeah, I
Deathstroke
feel like
in
that's
the
a selling
Outlaws.
point, not a knock against him.
I wasn't saying it against
He's
him.
never
I was
joined the
just
club
thinking.
of failure supervillains? Weird. My number 3. I'm going with someone who, I think Anna might like because he accessorizes. He's got a great costume. He's got a great look and was played in live action by the marvelous actor Mark Strong. I am going with the Yellow Lantern himself, Sinestro. He's pink. Wood wears yellow. Bold choices, I'm saying. He's got a 5 head, man. He is a great, iconic DC villain. Not top. He's not 1 or 2. No. I would not even say 1 or 2. 3 is an excellent spot because he's a Green Lantern villain, and that's right where Green Lantern should exist, is that kind of number 3 spot.
Mark Strong is always the bad guy. I love it.
My number 3, I already know I'm going to get pushback on it. Because I think people are going to, not because it's a bad pick, but I think you guys are going to fight me for higher. And I know how this fucking show works, and it's not going to go there. It's just not. There is something about a character that was developed and grew out of nowhere. It is a character that has existed for less time than we've been alive. And it was the only character to capture Batman for a long time. So much so that it made her boyfriend lose his mind and try to kill her. She's very smart with that stupid ass New Jersey accent and completely it's uncanny, right? And it's really, she was a perfect foil to the insanity of another DC villain and grew into her own evilness and things, and she deserved a better movie.
What?
It was badly marketed. It was badly marketed. It was poorly marketed.
That was
It was not a
okay,
bad
yeah.
movie. It was not a bad movie, but it was not marketed correctly. If
My
I knew
second
I was
favorite
seeing a
DC
Birds of Prey
film.
movie, I would have absorbed it differently. Harleen Quinzel, also known as Harley Quinn, is my third favorite DC villain. She's actually my first, but she's not going to get higher. You are not going to pick her.
Nah, you don't know that, bro. I love Harley.
I know
I
this.
love
group.
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn's amazing. Harley Quinn's amazing. I think number 3 is great because she's one of those villains that are evil. We know why she's doing what she's doing versus a lot of other villains where we're like, okay, you fucked up. But she got turned this way. She was manipulated. And that's very interesting to see. Also, like all the other people in my list that I didn't realize until right now, not a super person.
Yeah.
She's just good at what she does. And like, she's a fucking doctor. She's a fucking gymnast, a martial artist. Like, goes toe to toe with, yeah, like, she just got manipulated to the max, and here we are. And
villain
like,
though, like she kind of pulled face.
She's not a villain
from heel
anymore,
to
I don't think
face. Yeah, she's not really a villain no more. She's more of a
She hasn't been
vigilante
written
now.
as a villain in
Yeah,
close to a
she's
decade.
not a good guy. She's not a
She's
good
an anti-hero.
she ain't a bad
Yeah.
guy either. Technically, she
I
ain't
mean,
like a villain.
She's
Villain.
technically villain.
Technically, so is Bane. And Bane has done a lot of. Oh, well, he hasn't done that much good actually. He
Oh,
actually
we're talking about fucked up things about making them villains. Cool. This is gonna be great. Number 2.
Okay. I think I've heard enough. I will also say this: Harley Quinn has the best DC animated series of all time.
Yeah,
Wholeheartedly.
I'm not
and
can't fight
wholeheartedly.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wholeheartedly.
I love that King. That show made me know who King Shark was, and then it's just got better from there.
Yep.
Also, I mean, we have JB Smooth as the greatest plant of all time. Just saying.
Love it.
As much as I do like Killer Frost, she's very annoying in the comics and anything else. And anything she shows up in except for Injustice, Killer Frost sucks. But
Frost in Mortal Kombat's also equally annoying.
yeah, but she is hot. I'll say the Killer Frost is very hot. This is really hard. All 4 of these are actually pretty hard. But Killer Frost is definitely the weaker of the 4, and I'm so sorry, Anna. I was with you. I was with you, but they fucking brought it.
I know. Number 3.
He was with you until
Would have
everyone
been
else
Bane.
spoke.
Would have been Bane.
Once again, with your
No.
parameters, that was a good pick, Anna.
Yeah.
Thank you.
that was a really good pick.
I feel like Harley Quinn is not a villain, and I'm so sorry. And especially a
Damn.
supervillain. Especially a supervillain.
Not anymore.
She is an anti-hero because
Hero, yeah.
she was doing terrible things, but she didn't know. She didn't understand. She was being completely manipulated and brainwashed. So can you really
can say that about so many other
Yeah.
villains?
I mean, she still
That,
looks
like,
like
I didn't know. Like,
But are
it's
they
not
on
like
this
she
list
didn't
though? But are
kill-
they on
she
this
didn't-
list?
It's not
That's
like
the
she
thing.
didn't kill and maim and hurt people. Just because she figured it out doesn't mean she was not a villain.
But now she doesn't do it as much, and she
Yeah.
kind
She
of
don't do it.
understands that it's
And
wrong.
she
as
also-
much
Redemption.
though. As
Her
much.
body count in the animated
She's-
series is still a small country.
She also like went around and apologized to like everybody, like and made amends too, like did everything she
But
could.
She
was
definitely put in
right.
effort for
villain,
that.
and she has such a great story.
You even
will
said
say,
it.
I
She
will say
has to
this.
count. She
Yeah.
counts as a villain.
Okay, but is she?
Look, let's be real about
Again,
it.
we're doing
She
super
is a
villains.
villain.
We are doing DC super villains. That's the thing. She's not a super villain because if she meant it and she was like, "I'm doing this," like and everything, like yeah, that totally makes sense. But even in the show, where she's trying so hard to be in like the Legion of
Wait.
Doom, she is still like not doing like the most horrific things ever. She's just like, I just want to do really terrible things, like ruin Penguin's son's bar mitzvah. Like that is like,
That's
you
a
know what I'm
villain.
saying? That's
You
not
are
a super
seeing
villain.
rose-tinted glasses.
I will say that I think she should have been number 5. Sinestro,
Wow.
Sinestro, who was my original number 3, deserves to be
Wow.
there because he is a bad dude that can sometimes do good, but man, his hatred towards Oa, the Guardians, everything, like that man has caused so
We
much
talked
death
about
and
petty.
hatred.
Sinestro definitely has that pettiness.
He is a
really
he is a
smacking
hateful,
into this
evil man. And Deathstroke is just highly trained, has all of the tools to be good. And I am really torn between these two of Deathstroke and Sinestro. And Sinestro was my original 3. But Matt, you know what? You brought him back up, and I got to give you credit, and I got to give him credit. I think I have to give it to Deathstroke as much as I want to give it to Sinestro.
The Legion of Doom is now in session. One for all, and all for doom!
Poor choices.
And
Poor
did he
Lemar,
even
vote
know
on that
you?
car?
I
No, I
won't, 'cause
didn't.
You guys won't vote for it because it's gonna be me. We fucked up this list a lot,
We
but that's
fucked
No, we
real
didn't.
bad, my
I know.
dog.
No,
we-
we
we-
didn't.
I'm going to
Fuck
regret
that.
not picking
No.
Sinestro. I'm not going to lie. But that's okay. We're going on to number 2. And I will be going first. And I just changed
Who's the
my
judge
number.
again?
Your judge for this is you, Lemar. Okay.
You know what?
So,
This all started off with Tyler choosing Cheetah as number 5. You ruined it. You brought the bad juju.
I just wanted her to be mentioned. I knew I was going to lose that one. That's fine. Okay, but this one I just changed last second because it was Amanda Waller, but I took her off. Because I think if we're going to say Harley Quinn is not a super villain, neither is Amanda Waller. But this guy is, and he is. This guy started basically everything. He started all of DC. He started all of what we know as villains. He has also adjusted to what we think billionaires are throughout the entire years. He has been a big adversary where he wholeheartedly thinks that he is saving humankind. He is narcissism. He is the greatest example of narcissism after Gaston, and that is a huge feat. Lex Luthor has and always will be one of the greatest villains of all time. He, with his super suit, with how he manipulates gods, he manipulated Darkseid. Nobody else can do that. Nobody else has done that, and that will always be a feat. Lex Luthor is a supervillain with his super suit, with his mind, he controls Superman. Superman's biggest super or weakness, his biggest weakness is not kryptonite, is his own mind and his own way of letting Lex Luthor really seep into him. Lex Luthor figured out, I can't really defeat Superman unless I becomes president and makes Superman an illegal alien and not allowed in America. That is some ballsy shit. That is some petty, ballsy, super evil shit for you to do that to somebody who literally is trying to save the world and save his home. And Lex Luthor becomes president of the United States. He's easily one of the best animated villains of DC ever too. Alrighty. And that's my pick is for number 2.
Wow. The fact that you compared him to Gaston. Wow.
He is. How is he not?
I mean,
Wow.
He wants
My
Superman's.
mind is blown.
He hates Superman's strength, but he wants it. That's the sad part. That's the most disgusting, vile thing.
I would say that's the difference between Luthor and Gaston. Gaston is a narcissist because he believes he's the greatest. Luthor's narcissism comes from a deep-set insecurity. He knows Superman is better. And that's what grates him so much, is that this interloper, this alien, is the best personification of what I should be.
Yeah.
That's where his villainous kind of grows out of.
I don't care.
It's an excellent choice.
Thank you.
Now I have to rethink
Thank you.
mine. Thank you.
Thank you.
No.
Lex Luthor, I mean, come on. He stood the test of time. He was just a bald white guy that honestly could have been written out of comics so long ago and never ever has. And they have revamped him so much. And I know I know Jesse Eisenberg is not liked. I didn't mind him, honestly, because I always see as Lex Luthor as the billionaire that I hate. And I hate Mark Zuckerberg. You know,
I played Lex.
I guess.
and now you know what, he did his job, and I think he did. I think
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did.
He did.
Fantastic job.
He brought
with
it.
what he was given.
Yeah.
I just wish we had a better director and writer. What?
Like an older Lex Luthor, because he'd be so
Who
hot.
said that? I don't know where that came from. Anyway, all right, somebody go next, please.
Lemar, would you like me to go?
Sure.
I know you're not going to choose this person. I know you're not. Actually, this is my number 1, but unfortunately, since I'm judge, which by the way, I'm judge, y'all. Remember that. I decided to put him as number 2. Batman's a villain. I'm just letting y'all know that.
Ooh.
Batman is a villain.
Ooh.
I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Batman's a fucking villain.
I'm here for this.
Period. The things that he has done,
He's not a villain.
the things he has obtained, he is a fucking menace. He has deliberately killed, even though he's like, oh, I'm not going to kill the Joker and blah, blah, blah. This motherfucker, the first comic, the first issue of Batman, he wraps a chain around an enemy's neck, attaches it to a plane, and it took the fuck off. And Batman was like, he's probably better off this way. Batman's a fucking villain.
Okay, I want to say one thing real quick. Comic books written in the 20s, 30s, and 40s do not reflect what they are like now, and they have been for 99% of their resistance, especially since Bob Kane sucks. I'm just saying.
Sure, you know what? Sure, whatever you say. Let's bring it up to current times. Batman has a file of every Justice League villain, every Justice League person, and knows how to defeat them, and has a database on these motherfuckers.
As he should.
No, that is a villain. That is a thing a villain does. It's fucked up. Why?
Wait, so is Iron Man a villain then? I'm confused. Is Iron Man a villain?
Does Iron Man have a database on everybody that knows how to kill them?
Yes. Yes, he does.
Yes.
In this
he
case,
was director of S.H.I.E.L.D. He literally had that.
Nick Fury, Iron Man, and also I think Steve Rogers almost has it too. And not to kill, but at least to put him down.
Y'all niggas bringing up Marvel. We doing DC right now.
I'm just saying.
Second of all, let a nigga finish. Second of all, that's some villain-like shit right there. And if we're really talking in technical details and shit, remember, there's also multiverse as well too when it comes to DC. So in one of those fucking timelines, Batman's a villain. He's also a billionaire that could use his money and resources on better shit.
Yep, I agree
Instead
with that
of
one.
fighting these mentally ill niggas. He could have been doing so much fucking more. Okay?
I agree with that one.
If you really think about it, half of these villains wouldn't even fucking exist if Batman just didn't even exist. Period.
I'm throwing in my card that Batman's not a villain. I'm sorry. Like,
well, we haven't even got to that point. Wait, first of all, we don't even know who's going to choose.
I know.
We're not there yet.
We're not there yet. We don't have that card.
Preemptive shit.
Lamar's not going to choose my shit, but I am putting that out there.
I think he is going to, but that's fine. All right, Anna. All right, Anna. I want you to go next now.
All right. Well,
Anna, I'll give you money. Back me up. I'm just saying.
How much are we talking?
Yo, I got Venmo ready to go, bro.
No,
we talk.
No, I agree with you. I do. I think that Batman is a villain. Sorry, if we're gonna actually go for it.
Okay.
But I'm gonna choose for my second most fabulous villain, and her name is Catwoman. Okay, she rocks that outfit, that leather onesie, we're gonna call it leather outfit, and she looks good in it. And she likes to rob, and she likes nice things. So you know what? I'm not gonna hate that. But you know what? That's my number 2. House of Prada would dress her and would make her look amazing, and she already is amazing. So it's just 10 out of 10. So, and also, you know what? In the Batman movie, she rocked that beanie so adorably. So that's my girl.
She's not a villain. She's not a villain. She's not a villain. She's not a villain.
Cat thief.
She steals. That's it. Like that's
this round is fucked up. I'm just saying that right now.
So
you know what? We don't count Harley Quinn as a villain. Don't count Catwoman as a villain. Whatever. But I had to say her name.
Harley Quinn killed people. Catwoman won't too. Yes, she'll bring a gun and shoot them in the leg, but she won't ever kill. And she's because she's too good for it. And she helps out Batman 90% of the time. She is not a villain at all. Like,
wait.
Let's
give her a pass. She did what she can. Wait, hold on. Let's Wikipedia this real quick. Yeah, hold up. Let's look.
I googled it, and
she's listed as a villain. Yeah, 100%.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, Tyler. And
not though.
She's listed as a villain. And you know what? And then this goes into a greater discussion. What is a villain?
Yes, I understand, and
I love this. Yeah,
because if we're gonna go through that,
fine.
I am a villain.
All right, okay? I'm prepared to give my answer.
Yes, I can't wait for this one to win. I'm okay.
I think the villain
Best
is
dress.
Poverty.
Got that right. You got that
Boom.
right.
That's
Boom.
the real villain of the DC
Boom.
universe. Am I right? The
Okay.
number 2. It's only the number 2 villain, though.
Number 2.
And,
I forgot
and you know
that
who
number
don't
2
got-
is the worst
Wait,
position.
is it really Poverty? I'm so confused. Is this
You know
really
the worst. You know what the
No, that's
worst
not my
thing
real
about
answer.
Poverty?
Oh, thank God.
Nah,
Because Poverty hasn't appeared in a DC book yet.
Yeah.
not yet.
I mean,
Written by
I'm
Kevin
going with, we've already talked about her a little bit so far this episode, a few times, but I think the key to a really strong villain is that their end game needs to be understandable by the audience and even maybe aspirational to the audience. And that's why I'm going with the number 1 vegan supervillain. We got Poison Ivy. I think Poison Ivy, you can understand her methods. She's got a great design.
Yeah.
She's a great character who was kind of a throwaway character until I really think this is another case of Bruce Timm and Paul Dini for the Batman animated series, making her a thing. I think that's the reason why any of us care about Poison Ivy now. Played by Uma Thurman with her goon Bane. I think she's a great number 2. Because she's also very recognizable. I think in a way that people the mainstream normies, I think if they saw her, they would know it's Poison Ivy. They might have never seen anything that she's in, but they would be aware that there's a woman wearing vines who's in a DC, labeled thing. That's Poison Ivy. So there's a little bit of that.
And
I'm going with Poison Ivy.
And she helped Harley fix herself, and that's also important.
So just like how Michael fucked up my person, I'm gonna just fuck up his as well too. You really consider that a villain now? Because all she wants to do is save the Earth.
She has
and
killed,
just make sure the plants and everything.
She has killed a lot.
But it's her means.
her
if you're
methods
willing to
are,
murder and kill a
for
name,
the planet. The planet. The whole ends justify the means. She's just literally trying to save the planet.
Yeah.
That's it. Besides the equal terror shit that she's done, she just wants her plants to be okay.
Same idea.
And Earth to be
Thanos
all right.
just wanted to make sure the universe had plenty of resources.
Yeah,
so
you're
he
right.
killed
But
half
still,
the universe.
Is that really a villain?
Is he a villain?
Yes. Wait.
No, not Thanos.
he's
I'm
a
talking
villain.
about.
Her and Thanos are right in the same boat. She wants to kill all humans. That is her goal: is to kill all humans, because humans are killing
saying, man,
the Earth.
she really
Besides
really,
Harley, she wants to keep Harley.
That's
That's it.
good shit. Trying to say she's trying to save the Earth. I don't know if that's really a villain like
If this
thing.
list
bro.
was top 5 DC villains who are worthy of redemption,
Yeah.
I don't know. We're not including fucking Harley Quinn as well too. This shit.
Harley could be on that
She's
list.
trying to save the Earth.
Catwoman.
Harley would be
That's
on that
good
list.
shit.
Yeah, and Black Adam would be on that list. Oh yeah. Anyways, okay, so, alrighty,
Same.
we have Lex Luthor, Batman, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy. All right, Lemar, I cannot
This
wait
is
to
gonna
be
be fun.
disappointed.
This is gonna be fun.
I am really trying not to be petty.
Be petty. Be fucking petty.
Be
Do what you
petty.
have to
I'm
please.
trying
do. Do what you have to do.
to
Be petty,
keep
motherfucker.
my
Don't be a bitch.
integrity.
Fuck your integrity. Don't be a bitch. Do it. Be petty. Be
We
petty.
have
Just
to
like
have
Reverse
petty
Flash.
here.
Be petty.
I'm just gonna go through the list, and this is not my pecking order. I'm just gonna
Okay.
go by what was explained to me.
Sound like a bitch ass excuse, but hey,
Lex Luger is an
It's buying
villain.
time.
Wait,
Lex Luger?
Lex Luthor
the Rat.
isn't a villain. He simply was concerned that there were creatures on the planet stronger than a human that could easily take over. And he wanted to make sure that there was something in place, that there was a way for the humans to defend themselves. And that is a greater good type thing. Does one alien that landed on Earth that is stronger than every other person on the planet deserve to go around unchecked?
Within reason, yeah.
Yeah.
Shazam is still strong.
Batman, not a villain. Having a plan to take care of meta-humans and aliens on the planet to make sure that the one day that they do decide to go full force, because Superman does not fight at full force all the time. Martian Manhunter does not go full force all the
Oh
time.
god, yeah.
John Stewart holds back as well. The Flash is not going as fast as he needs to. But what happens one day when they truly do lose their mind? What are we going to do as a human race? What are we going to do as people? So does preparing for that contingency plan make you evil, or does it make sure that the people on the planet, the men, women, and children on the planet continue to live because the fucking Superman had a bad day? Catwoman steals shit because of poverty. Not a bad guy. Poison Ivy is just the final destination of Captain Planet. That's all he can do.
Not wrong.
The people,
Not wrong.
I'll be happy with
things
Poison Ivy.
that have destroyed the Earth are the humans. And the only place that we can live is the Earth. And the Earth needs to live. So if it needs to be destroyed, if you need to take care of the cancer and the fucking parasites that are destroying this beautiful planet, that doesn't make you evil. That makes you nature. So, if Harley Quinn's not making it on this list, fuck Lex Luthor.
I hate you so much. That is such bullshit.
Oh god, I had to get that out. I had to get that out.
I hate you so much.
I bet you did. I know. I felt it.
With that said, Anna, I appreciate your mention of Catwoman. Personally, I just never liked her.
Oh wow.
Fine.
I just
Fine.
don't like
Wait,
the
wait, wait.
character.
But like,
Do I have a
Halle
reason?
Berry though.
No. Anyway,
Who are you picking? It's been a
Halle
while now.
Berry. I haven't cared about Halle Berry since Swordfish.
We know why. We know why.
I
Wow.
was 10. It's fine.
I would have said Flintstones, but okay.
So that brings it down to Batman and Poison Ivy.
Don't give this to
Okay.
Matt. Please
Now
don't
that I
give
got
this
it
to
out of my
Matt.
system, it's actually a harder choice than I think. Because on some points, I agree that Batman doing everything he's currently doing is causing more problems than they're solving. And honestly, Michael Tanner's mentioned that poverty is the true villain. It's not wrong. And Bruce is a part of it.
That's in the real world too.
With that said, Poison Ivy is the word of a supervillain. They have powers. They are actively destroying things. And even though I understand it, it is from a human perspective, they're going to kill me. Poison Ivy will kill me faster than Batman. So I'm going to give it to Ivy. Simply because Batman at least is doing things to save my human ants.
The Legion of Doom is now in session. One for all, and all for doom!
Yeah.
That? You sure about that? You really sure about that?
No,
You're
he's
being
doing it for
mad
his own
about
therapy,
this.
but he does not actively target me.
Yeah,
Ivy
really
is
mad about this.
actively targeting. I'm mad about a whole different pick ago. So you better be happy I did anything.
All
But
right.
anyway, let's go to number one.
We'll do
I'ma
villains.
say that-
This is okay. Fine. Number one, Lemar. You get to go first. Who's
I'm
the
gonna throw
best?
this one out. One, because I think Matt is not going to pick it, and two, I want it out of the way. I should have said it earlier. Very iconic, very big. Everyone knows who's the biggest, baddest one. Insane. Another not superpowered creature. The Joker.
Yeah.
He just belongs to be set on the list.
It's good.
It's not that he's not number one. I just think I think it's just too obvious
Yeah.
for a type of show that this is. So I hope you guys come up with something else. But the Joker, the Joker.
The Joker is always my number one, but I have one more. I have somebody else that's kind of rose through the ranks now, and I would like to request to go later if that's okay. Not last, but later.
I can go because mine is purely a personal throw it out because y'all will dismiss it right away. So
Well, remember, I'm
I
chaos.
know.
I could choose yours just for the hell of
all
it.
right.
It's possible.
So there is a character. I have literally never read a comic that he's in, but I used to collect the DC Who's Who books, which were like the official guide to the Marvel Universe, but for DC Who's Who. There is a guy named Blackbriar Thorn who literally is just an old druid. He's an old man and he looks like a druid, and he's a supervillain who hates Superman and also hates the original Green Lantern. He's just a magic dude. Everyone knows Superman's main weakness that isn't kryptonite is magic. Superman is highly susceptible to magic. So like having a magic user as a villain, but he's just an old man, but his name is Blackbriar Thorn. And for some reason, that name imprinted on my head as a kid. And I would just think those words in my head, Blackbriar Thorn. I just love the way it sounded. It sounds like maybe like a English black metal band from like 1979. I'm going #1 DC villain, Blackbriar Thorn.
As a druid, this is the D&D druid.
Straight up. No,
Damn.
straight up, Lemar. It is straight up a druid. Comes from the clan of druids and shit. It's actually
Oh my god.
dope as fuck.
All right, Anna, would you like to go next, or do you want to go last?
I'll go.
Okay.
I kind of not. I'm happy and sad because Poison Ivy was actually my #1, but Michael got her on #2, which I'm glad. I just wanted to put her as #1 because she was the most fabulous out of all of them and had the best outfit. So now I had to Google real quick who to pick. My #1 with the most fabulous look ever is a villain. And so I swear to God, if you guys say she's not a villain, I'm just gonna cry right now.
Okay.
Google says she's a villain.
She's not a villain.
I know, right? So I want to say the Greek way, but I think that I don't know. I'm not sure she's her like how to say her name, but Cersei.
Yeah, Cersei.
Oh,
I love
yeah.
Cersei.
It's
I love
actually
Cersei.
creaky, but it's Cersei.
Yeah,
The way
Cersei.
that you guys have.
Cersei is a Wonder Woman
general
villain,
public.
Matt.
Yes.
Like actually,
So,
I think she's actually Wonder Woman's main villain.
yes.
Because,
According to Google.
Cheetah bounces back and forth between anti-hero and villain. Like,
Oh, this
So-
woman's fire. Jesus
No,
Christ.
Yeah.
dude, she's hot.
she's hot too.
She's hot.
She's
And
hot
she
as hell.
rocks that outfit. I can't pick what house would dress her, but maybe Saint Laurent or Givenchy. But she looks amazing. She rocks the accessories really well. Dior. Yeah. She rocks the accessories really well, and I do like a good accessory, as you guys already know. So she is my #1. Boom.
Okay. All right, Matt. I can't wait to go now. Okay, Matt. This character was a nothing for a very long time. Bought by DC, has become probably the greatest villain of all time. A villain that is just full of ignorance. A villain that is just full of hate and full of not understanding, and is very stupid, but very talented and deadly, but very stupid and very ignorant.
I'm scared.
Not only are they like so now well beloved and everything, but I just want to say, do you really want it? Yeah. Peacemaker.
Oh, God damn it.
Peacemaker is the greatest DC villain of all time. He is full of hate. He has an eagle sidekick, Eagly, and that is canonically, like, oh my God, just full, like, what is, you know what, the most evil thing is ignorance and racism, like you always say, and that is Peacemaker. He is the greatest. He is now the greatest, and also the best dancer villain of all time. And now John Cena has brought him home, and he has made one of the worst villains into the greatest villain. And I think we should all give thanks to those dumbass helmets and those dumbass dance moves. And I think he really does belong as and he also has the greatest, I really do think, the greatest superhero TV show of all time. I sincerely do think that. And that's all I'm going to say.
Huh.
I watched it.
Is he a villain though?
Oh, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael.
1,000%.
Is he though?
Thank you,
Is he?
Thank you, Mike.
He's just trying to defend peace at all costs.
Yeah, he was on Pro Starro. I'm just saying.
Okay, so we're going solely with the live
Just
action version.
No, well, okay. No, I'm even in the comic books, he is a villain. Yeah, he wants peace, but he's gonna kill children, which he has done. Okay,
he's done it.
I'm
He's
sorry.
done it for peace.
If you've killed children, you didn't do it for peace. You can
Say
say it all
every
you
person
want.
we've talked to about has killed a child.
You can say it all you want. If you have killed puppies and children, You can say that you're doing it for the right reasons all you
Wait,
want, but
hold
you
on.
didn't.
I gotta get this. I gotta get this. So Tyler, are you telling me if you kill puppies and children, you are a villain?
If you were doing it and you know that you're doing it and you're doing it on purpose,
If you are
1,000%.
willingly killing puppies and children, you are a villain.
If you are actively doing it, yes. If you're willingly, that's a difference between willingly and acting on it and doing it on purpose as well.
I feel like
ladies and
everybody.
gentlemen who are listening to this podcast, I need you to go back about 30 minutes to hear Tyler's reasoning why Harley Quinn was not a villain, because she's killed a lot of children.
When? When has she killed a child?
Comics.
Detective Comics 23.2.
Oh my gosh, shut the fuck
she
up.
killed a bunch of children
You guys
using she killed a bunch of children using an explosive video game. And I literally can't exaggerate this. Give me a moment. Let me copy and paste this into the chat.
And you guys threw in your challenge card, and she still didn't win. So you know what? That still doesn't matter. It still doesn't matter. Peacemaker is the best DC villain, and I'm saying it. He absolutely is a villain. He absolutely is a villain.
Chat, there is the comic part where she kills a bunch of children.
But here's the difference. Though. But here's the difference between Harley Quinn and Peacemaker. Harley Quinn, even at her worst, still would also see and even be on and still see that she's doing what she is doing is wrong. It'll even turn against Joker. She has turned against Joker even at her worst. She did it in the animated series. She did it in the comics. There is a line. There is always a line with Harley Quinn. There was never a line with Peacemaker. It was just his vision, what he was told to do, and what his delusional thought of what peace is. That's the difference.
Isn't part of... Now, honestly, I have not seen the show, and I barely know about the comic book version.
Oh, man.
Shout out to Comic Tropes for the great video they did on it.
You need to watch the show.
Aren't we in a redemption arc for that character? So...
Right now,
is it just the timing? Like, because from what I understand, he should no longer be considered if he's on the redemption arc.
The character was created back in the 50s.
Yeah,
that show is 6 months old, if even that. So yeah, he might be on a redemption arc, but that's still 49.5 years of horribleness in 6 months. I'm sorry. You can redeem yourself all you want.
No, but the character in the comics was just like the character in the comics like wasn't killing children. That was James Gunn's idea of what.
No, he did. He did do really terrible things. Like
he did do terrible things. But I think there was a narrative reason, and it was also if you to quote Tyler here, you can't use the 30s, 40s, and 50s versions of the comics how they were then with today.
Gotta love Michael so much.
Let's pick the best DC villain of all time.
All right, so I'm gonna go in the order.
Said the comedian, and that would have been work. The comedian was the Alan Moore version of Peacemaker, so that could have been the through line. But
it's true.
You could have brought up Bane, and I would have chose Bane. But I'm just saying, you could have done that, but nah.
Just tell me I'm wrong.
I'm sorry. Mr. Motherfucker spending 15 minutes explaining why Harley Quinn is not a fucking villain and shit.
She's not.
Eat my ass. Eat my ass, Tyler.
She hasn't all of it. She's not.
Boy,
she hasn't been.
What you got, man?
Shut your ass up. Okay. I'm going to go with this in order. Black Briarthorn. Yo, I love druids, but not as number one, bro. I'm sorry.
I liked it.
Cersei.
First in my heart.
From the House of Dior itself, she would rock that shit. But she ain't number one. Nah.
Yeah.
Not at all.
So many Batman villains on the
I either got to choose Joker or Peacemaker. Now.
Oh, God.
I know a lot about the Joker. I will honestly say, though, I didn't know much about Peacemaker. But I watched the whole series.
It's the best series.
I understand why Tyler would choose Peacemaker as number one. I understand. He's a whole different enigma, and it's very, very interesting. Actually, I unfortunately do like Joker more than Peacemaker, but I will say to you, Tyler, if Joker was not mentioned, I would have chosen Peacemaker. I can tell you that right now. I would have chosen Peacemaker because, like I said, the way he was portrayed in the movie as well too, Then at the end of the shit, spoilers, y'all. At the end of the shit, he found this motherfuckers alive and shit. It's great. Oh, fucking love this. That movie was.
Oh,
great,
wait till you watch the actual Peacemaker show. It's
He did. He watched
even
it.
better.
That's what he was
Oh, yeah.
saying.
But most of that is John Cena being phenomenal.
It's John Cena.
I think if
John.
Peacemaker was played by almost anybody else, it would not have gone as good.
No, it was Vigilante and him both. Like, oh, and what was her name? Odinye. What's her name? I love her.
They said it correctly in the show 1,500 times. Tyler, why can't you say it correctly?
Because it's actually
because he's not a villain.
Because I watched a shit ton of Our Flag Means Death, and like that's like all I'm watching on repeat, and I know all those characters' names now.
So are you picking the Joker?
You're picking the Joker?
Oh yes, 100%. I'm choosing the Joker.
I got one. I got one.
Okay. I'm choosing. Like I said, if Joker was not mentioned, I would have chosen Peacemaker because
you should have. You should have.
Peacemaker's dope as fuck.
I went with chaos. I went with chaos, and you could have.
Yeah, you did go with chaos. But here's the thing: you need to realize, Tyler. Chaos. There's one thing that outweighs chaos, and that's loyalty. Because John, I know you love the Joker. He told me that was on his list.
Joker.
And it was his number one. Actually, fun fact, everybody. John told me this as well earlier, that his fear of clowns that he had when he was a child went away because of the Joker. And if that's not a good thing, I don't know what.
He's not a villain. I'm kidding. That's a joke.
Yeah, I was going to say, is Joker even a villain now?
That was a joke.
Is he though?
But that is our list, you guys. That's our top 5. We have the Reverse Flash at number 5, Bane at number 4, Deathstroke at number 3, Poison Ivy at number 2, and Joker at number 1. Such a disjointed list. Now that we have that out of the way, we have to now figure out who the worst 3 villains of DC Comics are. And I'm very excited for this. And Lemar, you are the judge for the 3rd worst. But with this, the judge also gets a pick and can be selfish. And since Matthew was the judge last time, Matthew gets to go first for the 3rd worst DC villain of all time.
Cool. Once again, shout out to John. Just for you, man. He actually said this would be one of his best villains, but he also knows this is a comedy show. And he was like, here's something that you'll find interesting. This person sucks. So he gave me a person named Condiment King in DC.
God damn it.
I'm pretty sure just from that alone, I've already said my argument. But Anna, since you seem confused, type in Condiment King on Google. It is a man who uses mustard and ketchup and other different condiments as a villain.
It was in the animated series, and he wasn't a real villain, and he shows up one other time in the comics.
He's a villain.
Nah,
he's a villain.
Really.
We're back to the argument. What is a villain?
He is a villain.
True. That's true.
He is a criminal and an enemy of Batman. That is what the DC Multiverse Wikipedia says. He is a villain. He may have condiments, and he may not be the best villain.
All right, I'll go
that's
next.
why he's the worst villain.
I'll go next.
It's like an April Fool's joke.
No, it's serious.
Well, it was a joke in the animated series when they created him. Okay, I'm gonna go next because I just want to get this out of the way. I love monsters. I love scary monsters. I love overpowered characters as long as they're done correctly. Solomon Grundy, the Hulk. Darkseid, Thanos, all of those. Like I understand, and Swamp Thing. As long as you give them good character development and anything to be either relatable, but at least a reason to be there. And the only reason why this character is even around is because it killed Superman. But then Superman didn't die. He just was sleeping. Doomsday is the dumbest thing. He was only created to kill Superman. He has no drive. He has no other existence to be there except for because he killed Superman, and he keeps popping back up, and then they defeat him like that, like with no problem whatsoever. He's just a useless, worthless villain. And like I understand like Condiment King and like there's all these stupid villains that that are silly and stuff like that, but at least they're like funny and fun. When they pop up, you're like, oh, that's kind of funny. But every time Doomsday's around, like so many people nowadays, like, are you fucking again? Like, why? Like, there's no reason for you to be here. He sucked in Batman v Superman. He sucked in the originally, and he sucks now. Doomsday just sucks, and that's my pick for number 3 is Doomsday.
Yeah. I'm going to go with this guy. I had to think on my feet because Connor McKing was actually my pick also.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to go with a villain, Batman villain,
Fuck yeah.
who for some reason pops up quite a bit in media. Although he's literally just a fucking guy. I'm going with Carmine Falcone, head of the Falcone crime family. He's just a fucking mobster. He's boring. He's just a dude. At least the Penguin wears a top hat. You know, like terrible
Not the
DC
cane,
villain
or
is
not the
just
umbrella?
a bad guy. It's just
Yeah.
a mobster. That's a boring bad DC villain, Carmine Falcone, who's made
He's
it
just a
into like
mobster. I mean,
2
he's not-
movies and
He's a pretty scary monster.
I feel
Yeah, I think he's kind of
So
scary
bad.
and cool.
he's just
Yeah.
a dude.
Third worst because she has the worst outfit, in my opinion.
Wait, the third worst outfit or the worst outfit?
Third worst.
the
Third worst outfit.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
Just make sure.
You know,
Just make sure.
I don't. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going for outfit for this one or I just didn't like them. I'm just gonna go with I didn't like their look. Giganta.
Oh, Giganta.
Giganta. Yeah, I'm just like I don't like your
Giganta.
look. You could have done
Hello.
something better. So she's the third worst for me.
Isn't that she's got the leopard like
yeah,
swimsuit,
the
right?
the 2-piece and stuff, and I'm like, nah, you could do better, girl. You could. So, bye.
My picks are simply because I hate. There's this visceral hate of these characters. I'm sure they are loved somewhere else, and that people really get them, and that they have a really discernible reason for being there. But some of these just rub me the wrong way. Bizarro.
Yeah,
I hate Bizarro.
me too.
He feels offensive. He feels offensive. Not to me, but to certain groups of people. I think it's the Simple Jack issue. It feels like it shouldn't exist. And the very fact that he does exist, it feels wrong and evil. And I don't know why he exists. I don't know his story. I don't know I don't know if he's Superman's nut or something. I don't know, and I don't care. I don't like him.
I agree.
Die in a fire.
I was trying to put him on my list too.
Describing him as Simple Jack is that's really eye-opening.
It feels like that problem. I'm going to be selfish. Connor McKee's great. If you say him again, I'll bow. But I'm gonna put Bizarro on this goddamn list because I hate him
Really?
that much.
I just want to look up real quick. Has Bizarro killed anybody?
Oh, there's no way he
I
has
just
it.
didn't think I
Bizarro
had a
killed
say in
people?
this
Oh,
one.
yeah. Oh no, Bizarro has wrecked shop. He's part of the Legion of Doom.
And I'm sure he's
no.
hugged a puppy to death, and that seems to be our line for
Yeah,
absolute
pet the rabbits,
killing.
all of it.
Killed a mouse at least. That
And
was
also,
no,
Anna, you
All
always
right,
have
Lenny.
a voice, okay? Don't you ever say you don't have a voice in this world, okay? Because you are a beautiful brown woman and you got all the things you can do, okay? Don't let these motherfucking men tell you what you can or cannot say, okay?
and that's the
Can we
perfect
isolate that and
transition.
use it?
Yeah, and that's the perfect transition to go on to the second worst DC villain of all time with me, your judge. All right, Lemar, you were judge last time. Why don't you go first?
Again, personal things. I don't care why this character exists or where they came from. The ventriloquist? Fuck off. Jeff Dunham is the only one that made me look at puppets without cringing, and then he got cringy over time. You ever think
Yeah.
about his characters in 2022? They're problematic.
Very
Yeah.
problematic.
Yeah.
Although
Worse than Simple Jack, frankly.
Oh, way worse than Simple Jack. But the ventriloquist,
Dunham, worse than Simple Jack.
Fucking, I hate it. I hate it. He's Falcone, but small sized and with a hand up his ass.
Oh my
It's
God.
fucking terrible.
Just like how Lemar said about how he feels about this character, I hate the shit out this character. I hate the shit out this character because I was like, what's the point of this character? There's no point in this character. The only thing he does is hypnotizes people, and it's just Austin Powers, literally. So there's a villain in the DC universe as well as in Teen Titans called Mad Mod. It is literally if you took Austin Powers hypnotizing niggas and fighting the Titans.
Oh, God,
That's
you're
it.
not wrong.
That is it. Literally, that is it.
Yeah,
He's
sucks.
useless. He sucks. He's a bad villain. He got tricked. All you gotta do is just crack his mirror, and he only just uses tricks and shit. And I believed at the end of the episode, once again, spoilers, whatever, it was a what is it called? Wizard of Oz situation where the wizard was behind a curtain controlling something else and everything, and it was actually someone that wasn't powerful or stronger than they. It was that situation. Once again,
By Malcolm
Mad
McDowell,
God is
though.
fucking useless.
But voiced by Malcolm McDowell.
Yeah.
That's great. That's cool. That
Good for
don't
her.
mean shit. Okay? If I wanted really to see an evil Austin Powers, I would have asked for like a 5th Austin Powers movie.
Alrighty.
Not wrong.
All right. Okay, Anna. Why don't you go next?
I think it's so funny that this is my second choice, and I considered changing it, but I'm gonna go for it. And you're the judge, and you're gonna hate it.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, whatever. It's number 2. I just don't like her, Cheetah.
Really?
Oh,
I'm sorry, I don't like her. I don't like her attitude. I don't like her motivations. I don't like anything about her. And you know what? I'm just like,
Wait, are
ew,
you basing
just
off
go.
that terrible movie that just came out, though?
That
Okay.
and what I looked up? Yeah. No. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Google and the movie. Okay. Google
Oh,
and the movie.
Wonder
Kristen
Woman
Wiig can
1980.
eat shit.
Yeah.
She,
no,
you know
I'm
what?
sorry.
She could have been good if they just didn't fail so hard. My God, what a terrible film. Anyway.
I'm going with this one because this character is visually offensive,
Ooh.
but also visually interesting. I'm talking about Egg Foo, who is literally a giant yellow egg with a Fu Manchu mustache.
No. Oh, my God.
So,
Racist, yellow peril,
uh,
awful stereotypes, but as a giant alien egg.
Yeah.
I think he's an alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
I
is.
think they have tried to kind of rehabilitate the character a little bit to make it less awful, but you can't. You Google Egg Foo.
No, you
that's
Google
gonna
egg
hit you
food,
in the
find
face.
you find a lot of food. I'm staring at a
No,
lot.
Egg Food DC.
So-
Egg Food
Okay.
DC.
No,
There we
I
go.
just typed in egg food and I see the egg food you're talking about. But I also see a lot of egg foo young like recipes and food itself, and it looks delicious.
Okay.
Plus, a
well,
character with a pun name is never going to be great.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first off, I was gonna say Mongol and go on this whole thing. Mongol sucks. I hate Mongol. He's the dumbest thing. He's just Planet the character, and he's just stupid. He's the most worthless. I'm gonna pick Egg Foo though. I think we all
That's a good
understand.
choice.
I'm just
Not
not.
gonna fight that.
It's a good
I
choice.
just-
We
I think-
all-
Gotta
I
fight
think
it.
we should all. I think we should all just stand together and just be like, listen. You know what's worse? You know what?
Everybody?
Yeah.
Everybody,
Everybody.
you know what's worse than being a villain? Racism.
And on that note, we're going to the worst of all time. Can I possibly go last?
Sure.
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 Okay.
Same parameters as before. No good reason. I just hate looking at them. And let me tell you something. If I saw a giant man bat coming at me, I'd shit my pants. I would shit my pants. There's no fighting that. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from. Whoever, first thing, pun name, pun character. And then they kept drawing him. Fuck man bat. Fuck man bat. No,
I
thank you.
I
I
love
saw him
Man Bat.
in the Arkham games. They came out and I screamed.
Oh,
I screamed
I almost shit my
because
pants.
he came out of nowhere.
He comes
and
out
I
of
was so
fucking
angry.
nowhere.
I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. I legitimately
I almost
almost
stopped
shit my
playing the game.
pants. Yeah.
Yeah, I almost stopped playing the game because I didn't want that shit to happen again.
That was mean. That was fucking mean.
Just
Like,
swinging and flying all of a sudden.
This one, when I looked up this character, I was like, ew. Again. And this is my biggest ew. Magpie. No, nothing about it looks good, and that's the worst. Number one DC villain of all time for me on my list. Thank you very much. I'm done.
She looks like she wants to swing from the chandelier.
Wow.
Oh God, just an ugly look.
Yep.
No, I think there was like a live action look, and I'm like, oh.
And out
You
of
put
all
some respect on Cruella DeVille's daughter. How dare you?
and out of all the like the heroes for you to be a villain of, she's a villain of Superman.
I wanted to add chaos, but like I know it's not going to win and everything because my original choice for number one was Godzilla. Yes, it was Godzilla because there was a comic where it was Justice League America versus Godzilla.
Oh my God, I didn't even know
was a
about
whole
that.
Justice League. Yeah, Justice League. I'll send you a picture later. Justice League actually had to fight Godzilla at one point because they went over to Japan and all that shit. But I will go back to what we mentioned before. The whole, is it a villain? Is it not a villain? I don't believe Poison Ivy is a villain. I don't, because she's trying to save the earth.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to do good, even though she has some unethical ways sometimes. Overall, the end means is saving the earth. So on a technicality, that's not being the villain, which will make her the worst DC villain because she's not a villain trying to save the earth. Because villains don't give a fuck. She gives a fuck. She gives a high fuck about Mother Earth. I don't think she's a villain. I legit don't. Even in the new comics and the animated series and all that stuff, not a villain. She's not. She does weird shit. She does bad shit. She's like Harvey does, but she's not a villain. Because once again, the end goal is to save the Earth. And everybody needs to save the Earth because, Earth's important.
Mine is like a bunch of people that are also basically the same thing as a DC villain. So my answer is going to be Ezra Miller, Amber Heard, and Joss Whedon, or also known as Weasel in the comics. So
Wow.
My DC, my worst DC villain of all time is Ezra Miller, Amber Heard, and Joss Whedon.
I'm willing to bow to this, actually. I'm willing to bow to this.
I'm going with a character that some of you might have heard of, but it's a character named Snowflame, which was introduced in the 1980s. He is a supervillain powered by cocaine. Cocaine-fueled supervillain named Snowflame. His eyes glow with white fire.
I'll buy that.
No, that makes
I believe
him
he's only appeared in a handful of issues because it was very controversial at the time, and a lot of people have not wanted to touch that again.
That is the best villain.
I don't
know what
blame
you're
him.
talking about.
You know what? You win.
No.
So,
hold on. Can I read this real quick? This is the quote from Snowflame. It says, "I am Snowflame. Every cell of my being burns with white-hot ecstasy. Cocaine is my god, and I am the human instrument at its will."
Why don't we have a Snowflame movie?
Why wasn't he in Suicide Squad?
I believe.
I really did think that James Gunn wanted Snowflame, but DC was like, "No, we're not doing a cocaine."
Yeah,
his
He
base
could
of
have gone
operations-
for it.
this is
His
amazing.
base of operations in Colombia. His occupation is a drug dealer.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
All right, Michael.
Okay,
Love
like
Who is the worst villain?
I gotta go through this. Man-Bat is too great. Man-Bat is a great villain visually, and the fact that Lemar is the whiny baby who can't handle a Man-Bat, I don't think that
I don't give a
qualifies.
damn. Fuck Man-Bat.
All right. And let's see. Magpie, the Sia haircut is close, but is she the worst? I don't think she can be the worst. And Matt, if you had stuck with Godzilla, I would have gone for it because I also believe Godzilla is amazing, but also not a villain, so that'd make him a bad villain.
Yeah.
As it was, I'm sorry, who did you go? Poison Ivy. No, Poison Ivy was mine for number 2 for best. I cannot support you. And
So funny.
and Snowflame is in fact too great of a concept to be considered the worst. So I gotta go with Tyler's highly controversial Amber Heard, Ezra Miller, Joss Whedon, Hydra amalgamation awfulness of Weasel. So I guess I gotta go with the worst answer, which was the best for this scenario. I think.
Thank you,
Tyler. I gotta give it to you. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, a Weasel and Snowflame movie would make bank.
Oh my god. Yeah, 1,000%.
Do it, DC. You coward.
Yeah,
do it.
Dear GC. Yo, make sure what's his name? The Blue Beetle watches this shit so he can pitch the idea of the Weasel and cocaine as a movie.
Eric Lopez, please let this happen.
Eric Lopez, please make this happen somehow.
And that is it. We have defined and made the official best and worst list of DC villains of all time, with the top 5 being Reverse Flash, Bane, Deathstroke, Poison Ivy, and the Joker, and the worst 3 of all time, Bizarro, Egg Foo, and Ezra Miller, Amber Heard, Joss Whedon, also known as Weasel in the real world. Thank you guys so much for being here, and thank you so much for watching. But before we go, Anna, where can they find more about you?
You can find me on social media on Twitter and Instagram at Anna Voltage, ANAVOLTHE, or you can listen to the other podcast that I'm on. I host it with my best friend, and it's called Pop Prism Power Podcast, and we actually are coming out with a new episode soon, so yay!
Yay! Alrighty, Lemar Harris.
Top of the morning to you, lots and lasses. My name is LemartheConGuy. That's LEMAR, the Con Guy, from Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, all under the same handle. I also do podcast, The Nerdy Point of View, with my good friends Brian and Carrie. Make sure you follow me because I'm doing a whole bunch of conventions in the next couple of months. And my band, Radio Go, will be having their first performance in May. We're a lovely cover band, so I will be a professional singer in about a month, which is a big deal for me. And that's about it.
Absolutely. Matthew Johnson.
Bottom of the evening, niggas. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that now just because it's funny. I have a streetwear brand. I run shit. I make clothing. I just made a new sticker called Yikes. That's sad. Okay, it's one of my favorite stickers. Look at that face.
Oh,
that's the face of a man. See how funny that is? That's the face of a person that's like, yikes. That's sad. I am currently not doing any cons. The next con I do is Fanime. But to be honest, I'm in school. I am in my last 43 days left until the semester ends. So, I'm going to be honest, I'm winging this shit 100% and I'm dying. So, if you buy my shit, great. If you don't, it's okay. It's all good to me.
And our special guest, Michael Tanner.
Hey, I'm going to talk about 3 things. Number 1, listen to Burn After Pitching. It's the comedy pitching podcast that's also on the Grand Geek Gathering Network. Number 2, go to my website, buymichaeltanner.com. That's BYMichaelTanner.com, where I have a web store where you can BUY Michael Tanner comic books. Third thing I want to talk about, my comic book, Orcs in Space. It's out now. Volume 2 just dropped last month because I guess this episode's coming out in May. So Orcs in Space, you can read the first 8 issues in trade paperback form. You can read the final 4 issues digitally because there's a paper shortage. Orcs in Space, check it out. It's hilarious.
Perfect. And once again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. That really, really helps us out. And we would love to hear your list as well. Message us in the comments or tweet at us, all the stuff. Follow us on the social media and stuff. You've seen all the graphics throughout the video. Have a wonderful week. Wear a mask and GGG.
Grand Geek Gathering.